Hi, I'm Sally, and I'm from Grand Forks. If there was a few things you heard while you were growing up here, it was that it's so boring, there's nothing to do, or I'm moving. Most of my mentors encouraged me to move. Most of my friends did leave. They left for bigger cities, different opportunities, for what they thought was a better life. I hated this. I love it here. North Dakota is the best. So today I'm going to tell you about why I stayed and why I'm going to continue to invest in our communities right here in North Dakota. And this is a lovely picture of North Dakota here, in Grand Forks, the best. I grew up watching our family run a construction company. Op Construction was more than just a business. It was my family. If I ever got into trouble, whether it was running into a snowbank, needing to move out of an apartment, or building a tree fort, the crew showed up. They raised me as much as anyone. After graduation, I had to decide what to do, and I almost moved to Minneapolis. But that crew was pulling at my heart, and I decided to stay. I made it my mission to make Op Construction the best place for employees to work, a place we could all be proud to work because of the good work we do. This isn't about Op Construction, it's about community, but the same mindset that it takes to run a good company also applies to community. Invest in it, continue to improve in it, and do good work. A few years ago, we lost a concrete finisher. His girlfriend couldn't stand living in North Dakota anymore. She was moving to Denver. I had just about headed. I was so mad. I wasn't mad at her, but I was mad at this pattern. Why did it keep happening? There had to be something we could do. A few days later, I bumped into our mayor. He was brand new. He'd only been mayor for about a week. And I was complaining to him about all my problems at work and the workforce shortage. And he said to me something interesting. He said, "Why don't we have a children's museum here?" At first, I thought this was a little crazy. I didn't know what to think, and I went home and I talked to my neighbors, who, I must admit, are Dana and Megan Sandy, the president of the city council and on planning and zoning. And to my surprise, they said, "Let's do it. I'm helping." The more people we talked to, the more people started helping. And then my dad talked to us, and he gave us our first donation. He talked to us about how good North Dakota's been and the importance of giving back to your community. We started out by calling people across the country and across other areas in North Dakota who'd done similar projects, whether it's building children's museums or science centers, and we asked them, "Why did you choose to do this in your communities?" And it lit a fire. Why can't Grand Forks have a place where families can gather and make memories? And then we started to dream big. We thought, let's make it for all ages. Let's have it a place where generations can gather and make memories. Let's add regional artwork. Then we called up Dale Chihuly, and we said, "Hey, would you want to do a Chihuly here?" And he said he'd love to. It'd be the first public Chihuly in the Dakotas, if we can find a sponsor. Then we thought about Ralph Engelstad, what him and his family did for our community and the impact that had. Choice Wellness Center, the Alaris Center. One vision can make a difference that echoes for generations. At first, I thought this was going to be easy. I actually thought it would only take a year. But the more I learned, the more I realized this wasn't about just building a building for children to play. It was about so much more than that. It's about shaping futures. It's about building community. Did you know by the time a child's 12, so much of who they are is already formed? Their curiosity, their sense of wonder, even their career paths can be chosen. My 11-year-old wants to be a lawyer. In a blink of an eye, they're 18. Waiting until high school to invest in STEM education is too late. The spark happens so much sooner than that. When you see kids playing, they aren't just playing. They are building the foundations for who they will become. Play is the strongest form of learning. Projects like this strengthen our communities. They strengthen our state. Sometimes I hear, this project's gonna cost so much. You know what I say? It's gonna cost way more not to do it. What does it... What does it cost when our best and brightest leave? What does it cost when families don't feel connected or welcome? What does it cost when you can't recruit new businesses, new employees, or visitors to your community? What does it cost when the next generation leaves? Rural communities everywhere are facing the same challenge. How do we create communities where people want to stay, grow, and thrive? And the answer isn't simple. But one project isn't going to change the world, and it's a start. And it starts with one thing: investing in a vision, investing in our people, our children, in spaces that bring us together. The future of our communities depends on the choices we make today. So let's choose to build, to stay, and to build something worth staying for. Andy, I didn't fall apart during this speech, so you did a good job when I was graduating. Friends, we got work to do, so let's do it.